Yeah, buddy, this thing is clean. Finally, I got a chance to do a Toyota 4Runner. Long since overdue. I've seen these headlights around and I'm just, you know, they're an old school generation headlight and they have a lot of potential for some work and I am glad to have done it. So this is Raul's 4Runner. First and foremost, I did a smoked out amber reflector there and we did a Morimoto MD2S HID projector retrofit into this housing with the ByThirteen lens etching and a profile pivot switchback halo ring with a smoke ring diffuser over it, as well as an XBLED for a dedicated high beam, supplementary high beam. We have the profile switchback bulbs in the turn signal location, and also the Morimoto XBLED fog light assemblies, which are LED assemblies. Now it must be said, first and foremost, the projector retrofit of choice for this particular vehicle is the MLED or the MLED 2.0. The factory halogen projectors that come inside of this assembly are super shallow and they are side mount for this bulb here, right? For the record, guys, do not put HIDs or LEDs in this projector assembly. It is not designed for it. It will not give you great performance increase. What you need to do is an actual swap. Now, due to the depth of this projector, you use that MLED or MLED 2.0 because we've got a lot of room down here on the bottom to replace that and we don't have to worry about that mechanism being a clearance issue. But most importantly is you've got no serviceability issues. The bulb, if you do an HID, will stick out the back rather significantly. So it must be noted that the cost savings of going to an HID system is not going to offset the cost of additional labor required to modify the housing and modify the vehicle itself in order to accept that newly deepened housing. That being said, of course, I am always up to a good challenge and I much prefer HID systems for their unmatched increase output capabilities. So MLED 2.0 is great, but it still does not catch up to the raw output and control of the MD2S running a 50-watt setup. So of course I wanted to do it and I pulled it off beautifully and I'm super pleased with the way this came out. I'm gonna stop jibber-jawing and I'm gonna turn some stuff on. Now right off the bat, when I put the key in the ignition position of the vehicle, the halo comes on. Like I said, the halo is wired to a true ignition source that I sourced from inside the cabin. It is not tapped into the parking light circuit right there. It is a true ignition. So anytime the vehicle is on, those are our new daytime running lights. Now this vehicle also came with that DRL feature where it does the half power on the high beam position. I disabled that because that's silly and I don't like it. And now that we have a new DRL of a halo, it is way cooler and way prettier. For the record, if we're going to get into a semantics conversation, this is truly not a DRL, a daytime running light. This is just a true running light because again, it is tapped into the running light circuit. Daytime running lights actually dim when the headlights come on. These do not dim, blah, blah, blah. Okay, moving on. These halos are switchback as well. So as you can see, they blink with the turn signal. That is the profile switchback bulb. We have a much better, cleaner turn signal on this vehicle now. This is what it looks like when the parking light is actually engaged. That's the one click forward on the stock. So that's going to light up right there. I've got an LED bulb behind that, so it still shines through with the amber reflector, but it looks black otherwise. And also right there, that is a nice, beautiful, pure white that is glowing as a parking light properly should. Next up on our bag of tricks, because it just keeps getting better and better, is our low beam performance. Again, so this headlight is now on. It is HID. Not gonna see many of those around. We also have the Morimoto XBLED fog lights that are kicking on as that little switch is toggled on right now. And now I've kicked on the high beams, which is just an insane amount of output because we have the HID when that shutter drops down, so we have a high beam from there, as well as the supplementary Morimoto 2-stroke LED high beams there. So it is a lot of light, is really cool, and if you don't know this, fog lights always kick off when you turn on high beams. So in conclusion, I'm super proud of this install. I think it's possible to do an HID system. It is certainly not for the weak of heart. Pricing and product information for the products utilized in this install will all be in the video description, so of course to check that out. That pricing is going to reflect a complete build, start to finish, vehicle showing up, doing an HID system. Again, for the record, it will be cheaper to do an MLED, and the only downside to that is it will be a slightly less performance, but otherwise than that, I mean, it's pretty much going to be the same type of setup, just 10 times easier and less components required and involved. This, again, just an ego challenge to myself. Can I do what everyone told me is going to be impossible? And the answer is absolutely and elegantly so. And all is well in the world. Thank you for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile ByThirteen. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later.